Hey, friends on the herbalist path. I'm pretty new to TikTok still, so I kind of wanted to come on and just say hi. Hey, Renee, glad you're here. Just saying hi, I'm Mel, and I am new in the land of TikTok. I've just been getting rolling on here and having lots of fun with it, and I'm gonna keep having fun with it. So I'm a clinical herbalist, and I'm really just passionate about teaching people how to use plants as medicine in a safe and effective way. So if you have questions when you pop on, feel free to ask them, and I'll do what I can to answer and help you out. But I figured since I'm really new to TikTok and I'm just kind of building my TikTok community, I just wanted to say hi and let you know who the heck I am and a little bit about where I'm from. I am, as I said, a clinical herbalist. I live up in the foothills of Mount Hood, which is in Oregon. For those of you that don't know, it's really beautiful. So I'm blessed to be in the middle of a beautiful forest on the Sandy River with eagles and blue heron. My buddy Hank lives on the river where I do, so I feel so fortunate to see them. And right now, all the duck pairs are coming in. Hey, soul-called mom. Oh, I love your name. That's really fun. Where are you at in Texas? I have family down in Texas, and a lot of my closest friends here in Oregon are from Texas, so that's pretty fun and exciting. I love your name. That's really a good one. Soul-called mom. And now we have an Austin person. So I don't know if Austin is Austin, Texas, or just Austin Potts, but either way, I'm stoked to have you guys here as I get more and more cozy on TikTok. I'm going to be going live every day talking about life on the herbalist path and using plants as medicine and how you can start doing that in a more safe and effective way. I'm going to be going live every Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Ooh, Midland. Well, I have family in Plano, outside of Dallas. I'm not sure if that's very close or not. I haven't been to Texas since I was 12, and I'm 43 now. So that's a long time ago, but I had a good time when I was there, that's for sure. I got to go to an indoor ice rink and it was a blast. I went with my cousins and such. It was a good time. But yeah, I haven't always lived in Oregon. I've lived all over the country next to Iowa. I actually grew up for most of my childhood in Nebraska, of all places. Born in Germany, lived in Michigan, lived in Atlanta, all kinds of places. So hopefully you guys want to join me. I will be live at 2 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, Monday through Friday, at least through most of March, I think, unless I get totally burnt out and I'm gonna be like, no, I can't do it, but I can totally do it. So if you want to come in and talk about herb nerding out, I'm gonna start out with just sharing a little bit of who I am and why I do what I do, and yeah, because it's fun. Moving does build character, and I've got this 8-year-old daughter now, and she does not want to move at all, ever, and she's been really fortunate to grow up on Mount Hood, and hopefully she doesn't ever have to move, but boy howdy, is it really expensive around here these days. But anyways, it does build character because you get to meet so many amazing people, which is such a fantastic blessing, I think. So yeah, if you guys start having questions about herbs and using plants as medicine, let me know. I've been studying herbs for over 20 years, and it all started for me because I was a backpacking guide and a wilderness therapist, and I love taking people to incredibly beautiful places, right? Beautiful, beautiful places. And then I would find these people out on these amazing trails with me, paying me hundreds of dollars to walk them to these sacred spaces, yet they carried backpacks and camping gear full of toxic shit. And it really drove me nuts. It was really, really unfortunate. And so I dreamed up this natural first aid kit, and I was like, one day everybody's gonna have this natural first aid kit that loves to go play outside, so they could play outside and take better care of the areas that they're in and have less DEET and all that crap. And now 20 years later, we have our products in REI, which is pretty cool. But yeah, a long journey, that's for sure. But that's what inspired me to learn more about herbalism. So you say, no doubt, do you have any kind of certificates to be an herbalist and sell? Yes. I'm trained as a clinical herbalist, and I'm currently inside of my shop right now, which has this big commercial kitchen, not big, tiny commercial kitchen. So I get inspected by the FDA. There's a lot of different rules and regulations that you can and cannot say on your packaging for the things that you make when you're an herbalist. I think a best way to start is like one plant at a time. So that's a really good way to go, and to recognize that you have so much plant medicine right inside your kitchen cabinet. So if you want, I am doing a full free class on the 16th and 17th of this month. You can register in the link in my bio, and it's called From Pills to Plants. And in the class, I'm gonna talk about how you can start learning to use herbs safely and effectively. That's the key here these days. I think they're so popular and so Instagram famous, and there's a lot of really shitty information out there, and that sucks. And I'm here to help stop that. I am trained with a very scientific background in herbalism and also very folky. I'm totally a little hippie chick, and I love to play outside and connect with nature. It is my life. But I also look at it all in like the scientific factor, the medicinal constituents of plants. I was just saying, I'm in my shop right now, and it's locked. This used to be an herbal apothecary tea and smoothie shop, and now I just use it as my commercial kitchen for selling my teas and my herbal first aid goods and making them there. But every single day, there's somebody that comes to me that tries to buy or tries to come into my shop, and I'm like, sorry, I'm closed. But I closed in 2017. It had nothing to do with COVID. So where did I get my certs, and how long did it take? Gosh, it's been a long and winding road for me, and that's why I call this the herbalist path. I think everybody that does get into plant medicine has a long and winding road, right? So where do you start? I started with books, and I did an online program that was really, really terrible in the early 2000s. And I then started going to more conferences and things like that and connecting with other herbalists. Then I took a small program out of Portland, Oregon at the Elderberry School of Botanical Medicine, where we learned a lot about how to identify plants out in the field, how to know when they're at their peak of their medicinal potency in order to harvest them, how to harvest them sustainably. Big key in the game, y'all. Doing it sustainably, because we're a bunch of greedy jerks, and everybody goes out there and is like, oh, herb is good for whatever. And then they're just like, grab, more. So don't do that, please. And better yet, grow your own medicine. That's the most sustainable way to do it. So I did that, and that was a really neat program. I really loved being outdoors and connecting to nature, but I already connected to nature. Like, I live in the middle of the Mount Hood National Forest, and this school was in the city, and they're trying to tell me how to commune with nature. And I'm like, come on, man. I don't need to stand in a circle and sing Kumbaya with you. Teach me about the plants and let me know what's going on with the human body. So that really inspired me to learn a lot more and go much deeper. And I went to what is called the School of Vital Herbalism now, where I was really fortunate to learn from some of the absolute best herbalists on our continent, from Chanchal Cabrera and Paul Bergner and Donald Yance and Seven Song and Jim McDonald and Aviva Ram and gosh, David Winston and Eric Yarnell, and just the most brilliant of brilliant, Christopher Hobbs and Rosemary Gladstar. Like, I have been really blessed to learn from the best. And that brings me here today, because most of them are in their 60s, 70s, 80s, and some are even passing on. So now I love to teach people how to use plants as medicine. And that's what I do on the Herbalist Path. I do it through my podcast. I do it through my YouTube channel. I teach classes, and I've got a free one coming up, not next week, on the 16th and the 17th. It's free, it's live, it's called From Pills to Plants, and I want to help you discover how you can use plants as medicine safely and effectively. And I say safely and effectively, y'all, because again, there's so much crap on the internet. And how many hours do you spend in a day searching Dr. Google? Like, oh my God, what do I do for this? And you just come up with crap for information, or they don't tell you how to do it, or they don't talk about herbal energetics and how that makes a huge difference and an impact in the way herbs work with you and your unique body. Because we, as people in the United States, if that's where you are, I assume most of you are, we are taught Western medicine. In our entire continent, pretty much, right? We are taught to take a pill to fix something. We seek instant fix. That's just how we are, right? But that's not how herbs work. They are a lifestyle. They are something you have to bring into your life in conjunction with the rest of your healthy lifestyle. And sure, there's herbs that can like do something for you in acute situations. But what a real good herbalist does is looks for the root cause of the problem before just trying to mask the symptoms like what we do in Western medicine. Oh, you have a problem? Well, I'm gonna slap a pill on that. That's gonna create 5 more problems. Same. I wonder what you're the same on. I just babbled so much. And yes, knowledge is power. And that's my entire purpose, is to empower you to use these plants as medicine in a safe and effective way and a tasty way. Because you know what? If that stuff does not taste good, any of you have kids? Raise your hand if you got kids. Give me a high 5 if you got kids, or a 10. Because I do. I got an 8-year-old and she is picky as all get out. And trying to get her to like use random concoctions, you're gonna be pretty SOL with that little hard-headed girl. So you have to get all super trickery style. Yay, mamas. Awesome. And you have to kind of secretly pass it on to them. Like, I am the mom that makes herbal popsicles for birthday parties that are really calming and tasty and yummy instead of tons of sugar thrown all over at these places. Yeah, your boys are picky, Gretchen. So good to see you. I love you and I miss you, by the way. Thanks for popping up in here. Your boys are adorable. It's the genetics. Thanks, so-called moms, for subscribing to my YouTube channel. I'm gonna be getting better and better at it, so nice. Digging at the herb side of healing the past couple of years, so it's so exciting to learn. You know, it's a complex subject. I know somebody asked me, like, how long did it take me? But it's forever learning, and I think that's what I personally love about it. So like I said, I've been doing this for about 20 years now. And I was the kid that always got bored in school. Like, I got really good grades. I never really had to try. And I got bored really quick and really easily. But the beautiful thing about herbalism is I'm always going to learn more. I'm going to learn that this plant I've been using for 15 years does something amazing that I had no clue about. Like, it's so much fun. It's forever learning. That's what it is. So if you love learning, definitely, subscribe to my YouTube channel and register for my free class coming up. I'm doing it 3 different times that week. So there's lots of flexibility for you to join. And it's amazing. Yeah, selling is a whole nother ballgame too. I have a podcast coming out for you really, really soon. I can't tell you too much about it. So subscribe, but it's very much about the business. I always say that I got started in business on accident. So I do own an herbal products company, and it's called Mountain Mel's Essential Goods. Excuse me. I'm like drinking this bomber smoothie. And at Mountain Mel's, I make this line of functional herbal teas, but I really make them taste great. And my super secret power there, other than being a clinical herbalist and like actually understanding what these plants do for people, instead of just searching Dr. Google and being like, Google said it, or the cute girl in the cute hat and the sundress. said it's good for me on Instagram. So, oh, that meme said it's good for you. Stop falling for that shit, y'all. Like, it's not how it works. It's crazy. Oh, Gretchen, thanks. He says my teas are amazing and taste so good. Well, my secret superpower behind that is that I was also a bartender for like 20 years, maybe even 25. I don't know. You lose track after a while. A long, long time. It was a lot of fun. So I think that I have some pretty darn fine skills when it comes to dancing the medicinal properties of plants with their flavor profiles so that I can make herbal teas that actually taste great. Because again, if the stuff doesn't taste great, it's not only our kids that aren't going to take it, it's us too. I mean, do you really want to chug down some nasty stuff because it's good for you? We do as adults because we're suckered into it by really good marketing. But the reality is it doesn't have to taste like crap. Straight up. I make super yummy teas and I have some for sleep health. I have some for heart and circulatory health, for stress, for mental clarity and focus, immune function, women's hormonal balancing, some for like, for the babies. We do, but it's better to have an awesome taste, that's for sure. Yep, for sure. Like, why make it torture? Why not enjoy what you're putting into your body, right? Yeah, how do you go about creating your own herbal business? Girl, it's been a long and winding road for me. It's been about 10 years for me. And it started with me handwriting all of my own labels. I even hand cut them out and Mod Podge them all over the place. And I had no clue what I was doing the entire time, but I'm a stubborn ass determined being, and I really just do it because I want to make this world a better place for people and the planet. Planet being number one. Love you guys, but without the planet, I don't even have you. So my whole mission is really all about saving the planet. So that's why I want to empower more people to use plants as medicine so that we can all take better care of our precious, precious globe. The crafty department is up my alley. I love that dedication. Yeah, I'm stubborn. And then I find, ooh, pickled cucumber tea. Interesting. Sounds really, really interesting. So like, do you get the pickled taste out of that? Or is it like a refreshing cucumber mint tea? Sounds really interesting. Anyways, yeah, so I went from doing that and like slinging them around my Mount Hood community and asking people for their feedback. Did they like it? Did they not like it? And then the next step was to try and get into farmers markets and do local markets, which I did, but you do have to get some type of certification for your kitchen and where you're making things, especially if you're doing consumables. I admit I did the fake it till you make it for quite a while, and you know, I was really lucky that a friend of mine owned a restaurant and said I could work out of their kitchen, and that's how I got my license. Shh. I'm now in my workspace where I've got a little warehouse. The area I'm in right now used to be more of a community area where I had an apothecary tea and smoothie shop where we focused on using food and plants as medicine, which, by the way, when it comes to herbs, if you are not going to eat appropriately, you sure as shit aren't going to be able to heal yourself like you wish to. Sorry, but that's the truth. Because the way to look at it, like, most of our illness begins in our gut. And, yeah, most of our illness begins in our gut. And with an unhealthy gut, you have inflammation. And that can show up through skin rashes. It can show up through disease. It can show up through poor immune health. It can show up through cancer. It can show up through so many freaking things. It's unbelievable, right? And so what we do is we're like so used to that instant fix pill I was talking about before. We like to mask everything, right? But then we come up with those new side effects because like, oh, cool, I got rid of my stomach ache, but now I've got diarrhea, vomiting, and I could possibly die. Like, that shit's whack. I'm not anti-pharmaceutical, by the way. If it weren't for them, I would not be alive. So I am anti their overuse, abuse, and misuse, and the way they try to mislead humans at the benefit of their outrageous billionaire pockets. Did you know that we spend over $8 billion a year just to mask cold and flu symptoms? Yet, the main ingredient inside is called phenylephrine hydrochloride, and the FDA recommends 40 milligrams up to 4 times a day. And they've done tests on this shit, and it's no more effective than a glass of Kool-Aid. You got plants right inside your damn kitchen cabinet that can do that stuff, people. Like, evil system. That's what it is. And I don't like it. But again, I'm grateful for some of the things that they can do. Like, it's amazing the things they can do. If my daughter falls out of a tree and breaks her leg, I mean, later I'm going to go for some comfrey for sure, but I want to take her to the damn emergency room so we can stop that femur from gushing blood out of the femoral artery and, you know, put that leg back into place. Though if we were out in the wild and she were gushing blood out the femoral artery, I would for sure be packing that with some yarrow and then taking her to the damn hospital. So, you know, it's good to have that stuff for sure. But it's even more empowering when you can be like, oh shit, we're out in the middle of nowhere and we have an emergency. I have plants that can help with that emergency. And you can't learn it all right away, y'all. It just doesn't work that way. It doesn't. It's a 20-year journey for me. And it's a beautiful journey. And I teach people and I love it. And I've got Herbs for Immune Health is one of my programs where we talk about, you learn first what the immune system is and how it works, because if you don't understand these basic fundamentals, you're never going to be a good herbalist. You're going to just throw spaghetti at the wall and hope that something works because you saw it on a meme, right? Remember those memes from before? It's not smart. So we talk about how that system works, and then we talk about how to choose the right herbs at the right time for particular situations and conditions, which can vary from person to person. Like, what works for me may not work for my daughter or for my partner, but it can work incredibly well for me. It's really a complex dance. I know a lot of us want it to be like this, boom, I know herbs. I know herbs now. It's cool. It took me a long time to come out of my, like, I know herbs closet, and now I'm like, okay, Mel. You've been learning for 20 years. You've learned from some of the absolute best herbalists in the world. There comes a point in time when you just have to share the shit with people. And that's what I'm here to do. So I thank you so much for being here with me. I will be going live Monday through Friday at 2 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So if you guys like this stuff and you want to babble about herbs with me, I am here for you. Share this with your friends if you have any friends that are into this kind of thing, or maybe that you want to be into these kinds of things. That's something you could do. And then shoot me questions if you want to talk about anything in particular. I am all about it. I will not give you healthcare advice over a live TikTok because I will not have your full healthcare history. And it's against everything that I do as a real true herbalist who actually gives a damn about how well you heal. So it's a lot different than, you know, you went to the doctor, here's your pill, take off. No. Like, herbalists tend to address you as a human, which is neat, right? You're not just a number in the waiting office and another insurance ticket or however the hell they call it. I don't know. Yeah, so it's a lot of good fun. It's really great. So thank you guys for being here. And for those of you that are just showing up, hello. My name's Mel. I am a clinical herbalist and certified plant and herb geek. I am the founder of an herbal products company called Mountain Mel's Essential Goods, where I make some damn good herbal teas that actually help your body work better. I also do some herbal first aid goods, like a deep free moisturizing bug spray. I do some sore muscle salves. My friend Gretchen really appreciates my afterburn because she's a fair-skinned ginger type. And when I say friend, she's also my cousin, my baby cousin. I love it. Yeah, so from here on, like, I'm going to do more talks like this, and I am always going to be sharing herbal tips on my page. When you hear something from me, you can be rest assured that I'm not just a cute girl in an Instagram meme or a dress telling you a bunch of horse shit. I actually have scientific data behind what I'm going to teach you, and a whole heck of a lot of hippy dippy woodom too. I've also got experience in using these plants beyond just reading it in a book or on that meme. So I am super duper passionate about teaching you how to use herbs, but not just use them safely and effectively. Because if you're not doing them safely and effectively, you're gonna start thinking that they don't work, and then you're just gonna head back to that damn drugstore and pick up that red or blue syrupy bottle of crap that is nothing but a bunch of placebo junk per testing done by the FDA. What are some of my favorite must-haves to start with? I say start in your kitchen cabinet. I'm about to do a post on garlic. Garlic's one of my absolute favorite and most abundant herbs out there. We all use it, and if you don't, I'm so sorry. The only excuse you have for not using garlic is being allergic, because this stuff is amazing. But it's awesome because it's antimicrobial, so it fights fungus, it fights bacterial infections, and it fights viral infections. It's what's called a diaphoretic, so it helps you promote sweat from the body. And if you want to know more, I am teaching a free live class. You can find out about it in the links in my bio. It's called From Pills to Plants, where you'll discover how to use herbs safely and effectively so that you can take better care of yourself and that you can take better care of your family. That's happening live with me. There's a good workbook to download, so you're gonna wanna take notes because I talk fast, and I'm definitely going over with 8 of the most potent herbs that you probably have in your kitchen cabinet right now and how you can use them. And then I'm going to give you some of my absolute best tips on making your herbs so tasty and so effective that your kiddos cannot resist. That's so much of the magic there. So that is coming up March 16th and 17th. Again, you can register. I have a little link in my bio. Super duper easy peasy. I've got 3 times that I'm gonna go live and teach this class with you. I'm super excited about it. And I'm gonna be live here on the TikToks every single day, Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Because I end up getting up so jazzed. Like, I kind of sit in my shop and I sit at my house, and I'm really lucky because I live on a beautiful river and have a trail out my back door and get to hang out with herons and eagles and ducks, and it's pretty. But I don't really talk to people anymore, like from many years of being a bartender, and now I'm just like, sorry, I don't have time or anything for a social life. I'm not sure if it's because I'm a mom now or because I'm 43 or what it is, but it's real. It's the real deal. But I've been getting so much, like, I've been having fun with you guys on these live TikToks, and I'm totally new on TikTok. I just started on TikTok January 2nd, and it's been really fun. So let me know what kinds of things you want me to talk about in these lives. For the next few weeks, I'm gonna just kind of be sharing my story and about my herbalist path and how you can get on the herbalist path. And actually I call it the herbalist path, right? It just kind of came to me because my journey into herbalism began because I was a backpacking guide and wilderness therapist. So I was literally walking people down paths, and I'm like, wait a second, you guys are carrying all this toxic shit in your backpacks and first aid kits, but there's these plants you're walking right next to that can actually heal you and work so much better than that nasty crap that you're paying me hundreds of dollars to walk you to these beautiful places, but you're carrying a backpack full of crap that's not only polluting your body, but our planet and the places you're paying me to take you to. So chap my hide, freaking straight chap my hide, and here I am 20 years later. I can't stop learning about herbalism. I think I started into my story of like how and where I've learned. I also have done a lot of studies at the now it's called, it used to be NCNM, National College of Naturopathic Medicine or Natural Medicine, and now it's National University of Natural Medicine in Portland, Oregon. So I've done a lot of studies with some amazing physicians, naturopathic and regular old MDs. I have worked and studied with some amazing nurses, all in the allopathic world. I think that those worlds can be combined much better, and that's what I'm here to help happen. Oh, yay, welcome back. I'm glad you signed up and subscribed. I'm super excited to have you there. And keep coming to these lives with me. I'm gonna keep having a lot of fun with them. So I'm excited for that class too. It's like on these lives, I want to give you all the stuff. Woohoo! Oregon, you're home. Are you here now, Jessica? I wonder, or if you're not, where are you? And where in Oregon if you are? I think I might have said it a few times, but I'm up here on Mount Hood. I'm in like the villages of Mount Hood, actually. My shop is in Welch's, and then I'm around Brightwood on the Sandy River. It's really pretty. I feel really lucky, but I grew up all over the country, and I was born in Germany. I was born at a very young age in Wiesbaden, West Germany, 1978. Beaverton, sweet. So you probably come up and play in this area whenever you can, huh? Yeah, I was born in Germany, and I lived in Pennsylvania. That's where my family originates from, the Pittsburgh area. Go Steelers, right, Gretchen? And I lived in Nebraska and Michigan and Atlanta, Georgia, and 6 months in a Volkswagen Westfalia cruising across the country. Volkswagen Westfalia that I rebuilt from the ground up, to be truthful. And I lived in Eugene, Oregon, and I lived in Glacier National Park in Montana when I was like 20, 21. That was a lot of fun. So many cute mountain boys. And I lived in Portland, Oregon for a while, back when Portland was really, really cool. It's lost a lot of that cool. It's really sad. And I have been up on Mount Hood for almost 14 years now, which is the longest I have ever been in one area. So yeah, I hope you guys show up for more of these lives. Oh, bye Gretch, so good to see you, and sending you all kinds of love. To your cute little boys too. I love that Anira and I think it's James are chatting on Messenger. It's cute. Anyways, you guys are amazing. I'm just gonna be popping in for like 30 minutes each day at 2 Pacific Standard Time, talking about herbs, talking about being an herbalist, talking about how you can be an herbalist, really being the herb nerd that I am. And if you wanna hang out, set a schedule, look for me coming live, bring me some questions if you got them. I love them, so I'll answer as best as I can. I will not give you direct healthcare advice because, you know, I don't know you. So, and if somebody does give you healthcare advice via TikTok, ignore the shit out of them because they don't know you either. And you're way more complex than just a TikTok video. And beautiful. You're way more beautiful too. And anyways, yeah, come join me and sign up for my free class I got coming up. It's From Pills to Plants, where you're going to discover how you can use plants as medicine in a safe and very effective way so that you can take better care of yourself, you can take better care of your family, and you can take better care of our precious planet. And that's it for me today. I gotta go pick up my kiddo too. It's school's out time. So thank you, mamas. Have a great, great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.